Hello class 10th. Hope you all are fit and fine and concentrating in your studies. Let's continue chapter 7a, hydrogen chloride gas. We have already discussed hydrogen chloride gas in its properties and its preparation, right? Let's start hydrochloric acid. Now, hydrochloric acid is prepared in laboratory by dissolving hydrogen chloride gas in water using a special funnel arrangement method. But if hydrogen chloride gas is directly absorbed in water, it leads to back suction, right? Now, what is back suction? Just let's discuss. Just see, if suppose this delivery tube is directly immersed in water, right, and through this delivery tube you are passing hydrogen chloride gas, then what's happened? The rate of dissolution of hydrogen chloride gas is very high, and because all of you know hydrogen chloride gas is highly soluble in water, and then what's happened? If there is a pressure inside this delivery tube falls down, and the air from outside exert pressure on the water, right, and in the beaker, and hence the force water to move into the delivery tube, and this is called what? Back suction. Now, due to this back suction, what's happened? The water enter into the delivery tube and breaks it. So, to avoid this back suction, we use a special funnel arrangement method. And in this funnel arrangement method, what we do? We take a inverted glass funnel which is attached to the delivery tube with the help of rubber tubing, and the rim of the funnel is placed such that it just touches the water, right? It is not immersed in water, it is just touches the water, taken in a trough. Now this time also back suction occurs, due to which the water rises up in the funnel, and in turn the level outside the funnel falls, creating an air gap between the rim of the funnel and the surface of water. Now the pressure outside and inside then becomes equal, and the water which had risen in the funnel, again what's happened? It falls down. And now this process will continue till the water in the trough is saturated with hydrogen chloride gas, resulting in the formation of hydrochloric acid. Okay, now next is your question is arises which method we don't use to convert hydrogen chloride gas into hydrochloric acid. We don't use delivery tube method because it causes back suction, right? Now next is here, which method we use? We use what? Funnel arrangement method. Why we use funnel arrangement method? Because it first of all, it prevents what? It prevents or minimize back suction of water. Second, it provides a large surface area for absorption of the HCl gas, right? Let's discuss physical properties of hydrochloric acid. Hydrochloric acid is colorless, slightly pungent odor, sharp sour in taste, and corrosive in nature. The boiling point of HCl is 109.8 degrees Celsius. Now next question is what is constant boiling mixture? Now what is constant boiling mixture? It is a mixture in which the components start boiling together at the same time, and the mixture cannot be concentrated beyond a particular composition. Actually what's happened? Suppose you have a mixture of two components are there, and when you start boiling, you want to remove one component of that mixture. What you will do? You will start boiling, and what happens? That both the when in constant boiling mixture, both the components they start evolves out or vaporize out in the same proportion. So this is called what? Constant boiling mixture. Now next is your question is your dilute hydrochloric acid cannot be concentrated beyond a certain concentration by boiling. Why? Because dilute hydrochloric acid forms a constant boiling mixture, and on boiling the mixture evolves out or vaporize out the vapors of both acid and water in the same proportion as in the liquid. That's why we cannot concentrate dilute HCl into a certain concentration by boiling. Now next is your chemical properties. All of you know hydrochloric acid is a monobasic acid because it dissociates into an aqueous solution and produce what? One hydrogen ion per molecule of the acid. Now next is your hydrochloric acid is acidic in nature due to presence of which ions? Hydrogen ions, or you can say hydronium ion. When hydrochloric acid is dissolved in water, it gives you hydronium ion and chlorine ion, and just because of this hydronium ion, or you can say hydrogen ion, it has a acidic properties, right? Now next question is your the solution of HCl in water or in toluene is an electrolyte. Now your answer is a solution of HCl in water is an electrolyte because water being a polar solvent ionizes the polar covalent HCl molecule into free ions, and just because of these free ions a solution of HCl in water act as a electrolyte, right? But in case of solution of hydrochloric acid in organic solvent, that is your toluene, it is a non-electrolyte. Why? Because toluene is not being a polar solvent. It does not dissociate HCl molecule into free ions, right? Okay, now next is your acidic properties of dilute hydrochloric acid. Now what are the main acidic properties of dilute hydrochloric acid? First is your dilute acids whenever react with active metals, they always give salt and hydrogen gas. For example, when this magnesium, or in place of magnesium you can take zinc or iron or aluminum, right? When they react with dilute hydrochloric acid, they give, for example, here magnesium chloride and hydrogen gas. Now next is your when acids react with bases. When dilute acids react with bases, they always form salt and water. For example, hydrochloric acid react with copper oxide. In place of it, you can take NaOH or potassium hydroxide or sodium oxide or potassium oxide. Any base you can take. It always forms salt and water. Next is your when acids react with carbonates, any metallic carbonates. It may be sodium carbonate or magnesium carbonate or potassium carbonate or zinc carbonate. They always give salt, water and carbon dioxide. Next is your acids, dilute acids when react with sulfide, any metallic sulfide. Sodium sulfide, potassium sulfide, magnesium sulfide or calcium sulfide. They always give salt, water and sulfur dioxide. These are the acidic properties of hydrochloric acid. Now next is your how you will obtain hydrogen, carbon dioxide, sulfur dioxide and H2S gas from dilute HCl, right? For that, first how you will obtain hydrogen gas? When zinc or any active metal like magnesium or iron, when react with dilute hydrochloric acid, it forms zinc chloride, the metallic chloride and hydrogen gas. The same when metallic carbonate like copper carbonate, when react with hydrochloric acid dilute, it gives you copper chloride, water and carbon dioxide. When sodium sulfide react with hydrochloric acid, it gives you sodium chloride, water and sulfur dioxide gas. When iron 2 sulfide react with hydrochloric acid dilute, it always give iron 2 chloride and H2S gas or hydrogen sulfide gas, which has a rotten egg smell, Right, now next question is your name two name two soluble salts which when react with dilute acid they give insoluble white precipitate. So these are your silver nitrate. It is a soluble nitrate. When react with dilute hydrochloric acid gives you white precipitate of hydrogen chloride. Sorry, silver chloride and nitric acid. The same way lead nitrate, which is also soluble, when react with dilute hydrochloric acid gives you insoluble lead 2 chloride and nitric acid. Right, now next question is your name the how you will prove that hydrochloric acid contain hydrogen. For that you can give this reaction. Zinc when react with dilute hydrochloric acid gives you zinc chloride and hydrogen gas, which should prove that hydrochloric acid contain hydrogen gas. Another is you can give in place of zinc you can also write iron or magnesium. Then how you will prove that hydrochloric acid contain chlorine? For that what you will do, you take manganese dioxide when react with concentrated HCl. Which acid? Concentrated hydrochloric acid. It gives you manganese dichloride, water and chlorine gas. Right, now next is your test for hydrochloric acid. All of you know when hydrogen chloride when react with ammonia, it gives dense white fumes of ammonium chloride are formed when a glass rod dipped in ammonia solution brought near the vapors of hydrochloric acid. And your equation is this one, NH3 plus HCl give you NH4Cl. And this is what white dense fumes of ammonium chloride are formed. Now next test is your dilute hydrochloric acid give white precipitate of silver chloride when react with silver nitrate solution. Now silver nitrate when react with dilute hydrochloric acid gives you white precipitate of silver chloride, which is soluble in excess of ammonium hydroxide but insoluble in dilute nitric acid and cold water. Right, students? I hope all of you have understood it. Thank you.